Well, I'm going back. I don't even need to explain what's gonna go down in today's video, judging from the thumbnail and title. Also, for those of you guys who watched one of my previous videos, you know that I'm probably gonna be returning to the same spot in which I caught a fish out of a parking lot. Now, if you're new to this channel, or if you've never seen me do this or anyone do this before, stick around, stick with this. Today, it's gonna be a little bit different. Before I can even think about what in the line today, I had to grab a scone from my new favorite bakery, which, by the way, just so happens to be built right on top of the underground river. It's crazy, there's literally buildings on top of the spot, the river, the creek, whatever you wanna call it. Oh my God, it's so good. Today's mission is gonna be a little bit different, like I said, because I'm coming in this a little bit more prepared. When I originally made this video, like a few days ago, I didn't have any of the correct gear. I was fishing for largemouth bass out of a pond, which is adjacent to the creek, or I guess, which also connects to the creek. Here's a quick little diagram of what the creek actually looks like, because you can't see the creek since there's, well, you know, there's a parking lot built on top of it. So I went to Walmart and I picked up this little tiny rod, which is gonna work a lot better for catching these bluegill, bass, perch, whatever dwells down there. Also, I got a little bucket. Now this may seem kind of weird, but last time I caught that fish and I released it, it made like a big splash, and I think it spooked the others down there. So if I catch any fish, I'm gonna put it in this seasonal bucket, and I'm gonna put an aerator in there. So I'm gonna keep them alive while I catch more. Basically gonna see how many fish I can catch out of the ground today. Pretty wild, huh? I also got some better bait opposed to using just like deli meat, which was completely jank. And then lastly, I got some toothpaste and a toothbrush, which is completely unrelated to today's video, but that's the gear, that's what we're using. Simple, straightforward. You don't need a fancy rig to catch parking lot bass, believe it or not. So now you know the plan. Let's not waste another moment and get after it. Time to catch some concrete fish. Okay, I think I got everything. I got the bucket with the aerator, a little dock demon rod, some extra baits, and then this to document the whole thing. How's it going? You mind if I fish here? Is that cool? Awesome.
You were here the other day, yeah?
Yeah.
What are you trying to get out of there anyways?
Anything. A little bluegill or whatever. Yeah, so this is like,
Get it up
out of the hole, yeah. Yeah, well,
I mean, it's small.
hopefully I can show you here. Yeah, they're not very big.
Which is interesting. I've never seen anybody fish it out of a grate like that.
I've never done it either, so when I first started doing it, it like blew my mind.
You running out of places to fish? What's going on?
Yeah.
It's just interesting. I grew up fishing.
Oh, right on.
I grew up in Michigan, so.
Oh, nice. There we go. I'm on. Oh my gosh, that was insanely fast. Crazy, eh? They're just little bluegill, but there's so many down there. Yeah.
I never even would have thought of that.
I know, right? Yeah, so I knew that there was a pond there and a pond there, so I figured it had to
Yeah, the water that runs under
connect,
that.
yeah. Anyway, no, I grew up in, outside of Chicago, but I spent a ton of time up like in Traverse City, and yeah, oh my gosh, man. It's like, honestly better than Florida in the summertime. I think it is, at least, you know? We'll get that out later. I'm just gonna keep them in here in the meantime. Yeah, so I put them in there so I don't spook the rest of them down there, because last time I put it down, I didn't catch anything else, so I was like concerned.
That's amazing, dude. I never even thought of something so small.
Right, gotta re-rig.
I can imagine that'd be a good hiding place.
Oh yeah, well like they never have to worry about the weather, right?
Yep.
It's always cool down there, never rains.
Yeah. Dude, he just caught a bluegill in like 30 seconds. Not even kidding.
I gotta imagine there's some crazy stuff down there. I mean,
I bet.
jeez.
I mean, the opening to this is just on the other side of the boat.
Yeah, and I fished that, and there's like pickerel in there. Like there's like pickerel and pike and large, like pretty good largemouth.
Yeah,
So
you get some big ones.
let's see if we get another one. Oh my gosh, dude!
That's insane.
That second drop down, unbelievable.
Like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think there's like hundreds of them. Yeah.
That's surprising.
That is so wild.
Dude, everybody throws cigarettes.
Really?
I'm surprised they're down there.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Like literally everybody throws their cigarette butts down there, so they're not up here.
That is hysterical. That makes it even more crazy, you know? Yeah, I went to Walmart today and picked up this little rod. So I was using like my bass gear the other day, and I was like, I need to get something to fish this kind of stuff. That's a little different. It's a pumpkin seed. No way. Or a red ear. It's not a bluegill. That's like a red ear. That's so cool. Look at that. So there's other stuff down there. Yeah, he might even be a hybrid too. Like he looks like a mix. There he goes. That's 3 fish. That's nuts, man. Oh my god.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Dude, usually that's like 2 hours worth of fishing.
Yeah. Well, you know no one's fishing this spot.
Heck no.
Yeah. Well, that was very quick. So far, we have 3 bluegill. 3 bluegill in less than like probably 5 minutes. I was just talking to a guy who was on a smoke break who works in this building right here, and he was telling me that he like had no idea that fish were living in that little hole. He was so funny because he was telling me when people come out here for their smoke breaks, they throw their cigarette butts down that drain. So to think I'm catching basically fish out of not only a sewer, but also an ashtray is pretty incredible. But yeah, there's definitely more fish down there. And I think also keeping them in this little bucket is helping me continue to bite. It's not spooking fish. Imagine if, you know, I dropped a fish, like a bluegill that weighs like 8 ounces from that distance, it's gonna make a big splash. So far so good. 3 fish out of the drain. Absolutely incredible. Let's keep fishing. Oh my gosh, there's a good one. That's a heavier fish. Oh my gosh. That's a good bluegill. Look at the size of these gills, dude. That's what's crazy too, is like, you maybe could expect and like excuse the fact that there could be like some little shad down there, or maybe some smelled, or I don't know, some minnows, but not like healthy bluegill. Like these are really healthy fish. I know bluegill can live in some pretty nasty stuff, but look at the colors. He looks super clean. That's 4 bluegill. Let's see how many more we can catch. Unbelievable, just unbelievable. Going back down. Getting a little dock demon was definitely the move. Like this is way easier to fish. It's way more sensitive. I can see the bites, I can feel the bites. It's more comfortable. It's perfect action for these gills. Oh my God, I just had another one. Sheesh. Another one, another fish. Oh my gosh. Dude, these fish are heavy. What is this? Is that a bluegill? Oh my gosh, dude. Little female bluegill. What is that, 5? Are we at 5 or 4? This is number 5. Pretty soon, I'm gonna have to go down to the pond and release these guys because, I mean, my bucket's getting full. I should have gotten a bigger bucket. See if maybe I get picked up if I just leave it sit. You know what this is? This is just like ice fishing. Like I'm fishing a little tiny hole with a micro rod and I'm catching bluegill. The only thing missing, of course, is the ice and all the alcohol that comes with ice fishing. This is fun though, man. I love how like each time I've come to the spots, people were just like appalled. They're like, what are you doing? Like, you're not actually catching anything, are you? It's just so funny that people don't realize that like, you can catch fish in some pretty strange areas. Come on. Come on, fish. Come back. Damn, it's so wild. It was like every single drop I was getting a bite, then for some reason on that 5th fish, I just stopped getting any action. So strange. Oh, there you go. I'm getting bit. Got one. Yes, they turned back on. Oh my gosh. Yes. I thought that was it. I didn't think I was gonna get any more. I just let it sit for a bit. Look at this little gill. That is my 6th fish in under 10 minutes. This is getting hectic. This is getting hectic. Oh, I just got hit. There we go. There we go. Feels pretty big. Nice. I'm gonna try a different hook here. This hook's not bad, but I feel like I'm missing some fish with it. I'm gonna try a smaller hook that's better for vertically fishing, because I'm not really making a cast, obviously. I'm just dropping it straight down. That's why it's so much like ice fishing, is you don't cast in your ice fishing, you're just dropping that bait straight in front of their face, hoping that they're in the area. I'm gonna switch to something like this. Going back down. Come on. It'd be so sick to catch a bass today, or something other than like a panfish. That's a fish, instantly. As soon as I drop down. Instant fish. What do we have here? Holy moly, dude, look at the size of this gill. These are chunkers. That is a beautiful bluegill, my lord. I have not caught bluegill this nice in a long time. There's gotta be like 20 bluegill in there, my lord. They're definitely like spooky. Like, sure, I'm catching a lot, but once I catch a few, it slows down the pack, and then I get fewer bites, I guess I should say. That was wildly successful. Well, the first time I came here, I only caught like 1 bluegill, so I really didn't even know how many fish were down there, but much to my surprise, there was quite a few. So I'm gonna go release these guys. I don't want them to hang out in the bucket for too much longer. Totally catch and release today, just for fun. That was pretty much incredible. Let's put these little gills back so we can keep fishing and maybe find some more drainage fish. Time to put our gills back. Look at how, I'm gonna count how many I have in this bucket. How many are in this bucket is how many I caught total just in that one hole. So we've got 1 gill right here. Nice fatty. And then we got 2 gill. Number 3, 4, 5, 6 gilly, 7, 8, number 9, and last but not least, our final and 10th fish just so happens to be a completely new species. Hold on, if he'll let me hold him. Come here, little dude, I just want to show you to the camera. I'm pretty sure this is some sort of red ear or maybe a pumpkin seed. Actually, I think it's a pumpkin seed, but yeah, this is a completely new species for me. I've not caught one of these guys since I've been to Massachusetts, and to catch one via storm drain is absolutely insane. So there you have it, fish number 10. And for the record, all of those fish, as you saw, lived. And here's the big part, is right where I was catching those fish is under this building. So I wasn't transporting these fish to a completely new body of water. This is the same body of water, only it's the spot that's not covered by concrete, if you get what I'm saying. 10 total bluegill out of a freaking hole in the ground. What the hell is this? This is just crazy. I think the funniest part about this whole ordeal is not catching fish out of a parking lot, but it's just seeing and hearing people's reaction. I'm fishing outside of a very busy office building. Like, look at all these cars here. Like, there's people working right now. And whenever someone goes out to like grab their car or go for lunch, something like that, they're like floored. They're like, what the hell are you doing? Like, are you serious? I think I'm kidding, first of all. And then they're like, are you actually catching fish? Then they see the bluegill in the bucket and they're like, oh snap, like this is for real. Actually, just so happens I talked to one person who knows a little bit about the history of this building. Apparently this building was built in 1795, or at least the one behind it. And this specific building right here that you're looking at used to be a old mill. So that's, I guess, one of the reasons why there's water running under this building and why there's water under the parking lot, is because this is like a historical site. It was used and it had a purpose like a few centuries ago, or what would that have been? That would have been, yeah, a few centuries ago. Wow, it's crazy to think. I may not have been the first person to catch fish under this building. Could have been done like in the late 1700s. It looks like it might rain, so I'm gonna try at least one more spot that I think I could duplicate the bite that we just experienced now. So I'm gonna hop back in the Land Cruiser and I will meet you guys there. Let's get it. Well, I've got some good and some not so good news. Basically, I found another underwater river. This one's more of a brook. It's very tiny. I got really excited when I first pulled up because I was like, this is it. Like, this is 100% a winner. Like, there's a lot of concrete. Matter of fact, there's a big road that goes on top of this creek. The next step was just to find some sort of opening, hole, grate, anything that I could drop a line down into. Getting those fish down there isn't necessarily easy. I can't, you know, drill a hole in a parking lot. I look around for a bit. I finally find a grate, which is right here. It's the only grate in this parking lot, but unfortunately, it does not lead to the brook that I'm looking for. So I did find another underground river, but I can't fish it because there's no openings. I guess this honestly just goes to show how unique and rare it is to find a spot like I did today and a few days ago. But anyway, I think I'm gonna close today's video here. If you guys wanna see more content like this, weird, interesting stuff, let me know in the comment section below, and I will go out of my way to find very strange and unique places to fish. Give this video a like and be sure to comment, and that will be enough for me to continue this content. I'll never stop doing epic stuff and big trips and doing bass fishing videos, but it's nice to balance that content with this content. But I appreciate the view, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on today's very weird fishing mission. I'm peacing out, signing out. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, folks, keep fishing, never stop.